Good people. Not so good people. You decide where you fall on that. It's your boy Cool McCain. I've been fine all day. Soon we get on the show, start coughing. But that's all right. I'm prepared because I know what it is. I got them old grandma mints, them Starlight mints. Yo, we gonna be all right today. Well, back to the lecture at hand. Boy Cool McCain, joined by my boy, the other half of the Monarchy. Playmaker. Going on, man.
So you got them call draws ready to go.
I was ready with them Starlight mints, bro. Them grandma mints.
That boy ready.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I hope y'all enjoy wrestling this week because if you didn't notice the title, the fella from the Warrior Rumble has brought fire to start the road to WrestleMania. Now, can he keep it up? That's the question.
Daniel Barry says, hello, Monday. Happy Monday. Hello, everyone. I was about to say hello, everyone. Happy.
Because I know how you like to end the show, but I think you're saying how you end the show it fits right here or how WWE started this road to WrestleMania.
I mean,
because they started off very hot.
Well, the thing is, I always say that because it applies to everything, including those clowns in WWE. But I will say this. They will do a better job on the road to WrestleMania than the NFL did with the Super Bowl last night.
Ooh.
So a little NFL stray there because the NFL, the thing is, didn't give us a good game. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to, whatever.
Did you expect a good game?
Yes, I did. Well, I expected an entertaining game. I was not entertained.
I didn't.
What's going on, Clutch with Chucky?
What's up?
Hey.
We doing good.
The Super Bowl was trash. Hot garbage. Dog doo-doo trash. Ain't no other way to put that. So Playmakers another Monday.
Yep.
Another fun time in the world of professional wrestling. Where, good sir, would you like to start?
So Tuesday night, ladies and gentlemen, we found out Rob Stone will be the interim general manager for the time being of NXT with the surprising departure of Ava Rain. Rob Stone will be heading the development brand, sir. How you feel about that? Rob Stone getting his opportunity to lead.
It does nothing for me, good or bad. It's basically a lateral move in my mind.
We'll get to one of his decisions in a bit. But quickly, Izzy Dame retained her North American title over Lola Vice and Dan Haley. Charlie Dempsey got beat again, this time to Elo LaFleur. The Elegance brand retained the Knockouts Tag Team title of Zaruka. That would be Zarya and Soruka. What's to come from them. Chase U took an L to Stats and Lexus King. And then now we get to the good stuff. You ready to get to the good stuff, sir?
That definitely was the good stuff.
Tony D'Angelo, we heard from the Don Tony D'Angelo and his new character. And he says he's coming after Dark State. I'll let you go from there.
It's Dark State. I could care less who go after him. Sorry. That's just, you've done nothing to make me care, and I don't. It is what it is.
Something you don't care about Tony D'Angelo? Hey.
If you're watching this or you're watching the replay, I mean, he's going against Dark State. So how can I care about you when you're going against Dark State? After you finish with Dark State, maybe you'll have a chance to establish whatever this character is, and then we'll see. But right now, no, I don't care. Go against Dark State.
It's Dark State, and that's the bottom line.
It's like you punching paint on the wall. Like, that's not going to be entertaining. Nobody can make punching paint entertaining.
After they lost the Knockouts Tag Team titles, Soruka and Zarya, they found themselves in a conundrum. Because when Kendall Gray and Rank Sinclair came out, along with Zarya, to have words with the NXT Women's Champion, JC Jane, things got interesting. Words were said, and Zoruka came out there to defend herself because Zarya's is, they just call it what it is. She's jealous that Zoruka's getting all these opportunities and she ain't getting them. And the thing is, it ain't like Zoruka is not performing with these opportunities either. She's getting the opportunity and she's making the most of them.
You think Zarya cares? Do you think that Zarya cares if she's performing or not?
But clearly not.
I don't think Zarya cares.
She feels some type of way.
I mean, should
So why these four ladies were trying to figure out who should be the one to challenge JC Jane for the title, JC was like, how about y'all figure that out and I just got the way. And then Rob Stone came out here and he put all four women in a conundrum. What do you mean by conundrum, Playmaker? Well, we have ourselves a tag team match coming up tomorrow with Soruka and teaming up with Zarya and Rank Sinclair and Kendall Gray teaming together in a tag team match. Here's the caveat, Mr. McCain. Whoever gets the fall, meaning the person that gets the fall, is the number one contender.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's like that's a interesting dilemma to put all four ladies in. It's almost like a figure four-way match, but a tag team match.
I think the thing for me is just I need some new stuff.
I think you might be.
Though this is new, it doesn't feel new. I think like it feels like the same stuff, just rehashed through different ways. But we'll see.
However, this match ends, it's gonna be some chaos after.
Yeah.
Are they trying to find a way to turn Zarya heel that it works? That's my question.
They can do something with her because what's she doing right now? Huh.
But then we get to the main event of the evening. A 6-man ladder match for the vacant NXT Championship. You had Keon Carver, Ricky Saints, Joe Hendry, Deion Williams from Dark State, Charlotte Hill, Sean Legacy, and the Evolved champion Jackson Drake competing in this match. The chaos, the carnage, everything that you want from a ladder match, even on a regular program show, you got from it. So there's no surprise on that one, but good job, fellas, for bringing the chaos. At the end, there were 2 men standing after Carver decided to destroy the other 4 men on the outside, including himself. Ricky Saints, Joe Hendry at the top of the ladder, both hands on the title, both pulling, both fighting. Ricky Saints might be. Nope. Joe Hendry might be back and forth, and then wow, somebody actually did something smart in a ladder match for once that we have been waiting for somebody to do the whole entire time. Joe Hendry decided, how about I just take the belt and hit you in the face with it? He does that to Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints falls on the ladder, and Cool McCain's pick of one. Say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry, the new NXT champion. Cool McCain, this is your time to take your victory lap, sir.
I mean, I gotta be honest, guys. It's getting boring. Picking everything and being right as much as I have been. Not always right, but way more than I'm not. But if you just look at it from like a logical standpoint, Joe Henry was clearly the choice the whole time because you need the guy who's not going to be there the longest to go ahead and get his run in. Joe Henry's not going to be in long. Joe Hendry is going to be moving to the main roster. Maybe not like this year, but he ain't going to be there no more than like a year or less. So go ahead and get his run in so he can be another former champ, right? Because they're like former NXT champion, former TNA champion, blase this, blase that, when they go to the main roster. I feel like the soul of NXT is kind of been polluted a little bit for the purpose of making sure that people have the right statisticals around them when they go to the main roster. So that's about all I got to say. It's not really a braggart type thing because there's nothing to brag about. This was clear from when you look at the match. Like the other guys don't even have. Ricky Saints was just champion, lost to Obafemi. If you're gonna give him the belt back, you might as well just gave it to him. Other than Ricky Saints, there wasn't another guy that could really win that match in the match besides Joe Hendry.
Question is, did everybody play their part in that match for you?
I can't complain. I actually did genuinely watch this match from beginning to end. I actually watched the whole show. I actually watched everything this week. Through and through. Not, part here, part there. Like I literally sit there and watch everything through and through. You can always say I would like one more spot, one more this, one more that, but I think overall, the guys did, try to give you the spots, and you got pretty much what you expected from guys, in my opinion.
That's a silver proof from Cooper Kane. That is the NXT part.
So like,
let's shift over to the total non-stop action side.
Yeah, we got a couple of things with TNA. We had Ryan Nemeth come out and tick off Mike Santana. Knockouts world champion. You know what? This gave me the wrong stuff. Y'all got to be serious. That's okay. You ain't gonna worry about it. Don't worry about it. Since y'all won't give me the right stuff, we're gonna do it like this. TNA No Surrender.
No surrender.
All right, so y'all won't give me the right stuff. All right, TNA. February 13th, 8 p.m. TNA Plus.
No surrender.
So far we have 4 matches. So we're going to discuss the 4 matches that we have so far. And then I'm going to ask my co-host, is there another match he can see that may not be on this card that's going to be happening? So, and of course, we're going to pick the winners for this since they don't want to give me the right results. I was only going to breeze through them because we really wanted to focus on No Surrender anyway, because that's the thing that's coming. So funny thing about No Surrender, right? we're going to have a tag team match. Mike Santana, your world champion, and Leon Slater, your X Division champion, are going to be in a tag team match against Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards. Keep in mind, Eddie Edwards has that lovely Feast or Fire contract with a world title shot. So, if there's an opportunity, I guess you could call him the leader of the new system, or at least the co-leader of the new system, or the system reboot. Might catch that in. So we got world champion, X Division champion against Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards. Who do you have winning this match, sir?
Give me the champs in this one. With one of the losers might be dumb enough to try to cash in.
All right, I'm gonna go with the winners. The champions is the winners, yeah. So I'm gonna go with that. Our next match from NXT Stacks, who is your international champion, and I say this all the time, and I mean it with sincerity every time I say it. If you have not checked out the International Championship in TNA, I would recommend doing so because I think it's the cleanest, nicest looking of all the belts, especially any new belts that came out a while. But Stacks, who is an NXT superstar, will be.
I was just gonna say you can say it on NXT because he bring it with him every time.
Yeah, he will be defending the title against Trey Miguel, the one rascal who got kicked out of AEW already, and may be in the best shape of everybody for getting kicked out after what I've seen happen to them. But that's another story for another time. Yeah, winning. Stacks of Trey Miguel.
I have two scenarios, if I may. Because you ain't get to the Knockouts Women's title match yet.
Nope.
This is just me thinking how I think. I'm going to say this. I might be 90% wrong in these scenarios, but this is the way I'm thinking. If Stats retains, Ariana Grace becomes champion. If Trey Miguel wins, Leanne Lee retains the Knockouts title.
So what are you picking for this match?
I'm going with scenario 2. We're getting a new international champion. Because I can't see Ariana Grace winning that Knockouts title. I just can't. She just one of the people I just can't see winning that title. Well, so I say she's one of those wrestlers I can't see winning a major title.
I'm going to go with Stacks. I'm going to go with Stacks keeping the championship. If I remember, I think Trey Miguel has a Feast of Fire briefcase shot as well. I believe it is for the International Championship, if I remember correctly. So even if he loses this match, he's going to get another shot whenever he wants it. So I think this one he'll lose. This isn't his return match. If this was his turn match,
I thought him winning that briefcase was the reason why he got the opportunity.
So here's the thing. When I look at it, I think about it like this. If there's an announced match, that shouldn't be for the briefcase, right? Because to me, the whole point of getting the briefcase is you call your shot. I don't want to call my shot and give you time to plan for me.
Because, hold on. I'm on the TNA website right now. Let me see.
No, I understand what the TNA website says, but listen to what I'm saying. Why cash in your shot? This is the problem with the booking for this whole rivalry between those two right now. Why cash in your shot when you could just have a match and then you have your briefcase for future uses? This is what should happen. So even if Trey Miguel loses this match, I think he's going to get another shot. May not be right away. Maybe, a couple of months down the road like TNA likes to do. But I have Stacks winning this match. Miguel will get another shot in the future against Stacks or whoever the new champion is. I think he'll win at that point. But I don't think he's going to win this one. And it should not be for his briefcase. With his briefcase should not have had to be a part of that happening. That's lazy booking. All right, another no surrender match. We've got the Hardys and the Righteous versus Order 4. Most people know the Hardys and know Mustafa Ali. Most people don't care about the other guys in this match. Let's be 100% honest. Now, if you're a diehard wrestling fan, you might know who the Righteous is. You might like their stick. I'm not trying to disrespect them at all. Just keep it a buck. Who you got? Hardys and the Righteous or Order 4, sir?
I'm sorry to those who love the Hardys, but this is a win that Order 4 needs. The Order 4 needs this win. Like, come on. Let's give them some credibility here.
That does make sense. But I would say this is the Righteous first pay-per-view match since officially signing with TNA.
Let me know how that goes.
So I'm gonna say the Hardys and the Righteous because of that. But I do agree with you that the Order 4 needs a win. If there's a team that's going to lose their first pay-per-view match, it could be the Hardys and the Righteous if one of the Hardys gets pinned. Can't be one of the Righteous that gets pinned. And really nobody in Order 4 needs to take a pin. So there's that. But yeah. I'm going to go with the Hardys and Righteous. But if the Righteous do lose, it won't be one of them getting pinned. It should be one of the Hardys getting pinned. And the match that was alluded to earlier. Li Ying Lee of TNA versus Ariana Grace of NXT. The only championship that I could see Ariana Grace winning is the tag team championship with a dominant partner. I am definitely going Li Ying Lee in this match.
How did she even get this match?
Cause Daddy's girl wanted a match, I'm assuming. So I'm sure there'll be matches added to this card. Playmaker. Any match not listed that you would be interested in seeing?
Is Moose contract done with TNA?
Nope.
I need him to go after the system.
Yep. Which member, sir?
Before
Got to be a one-on-one.
Well, he can't be here ever because you're already in a match.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hawkins, or whatever his name is in TNA. He just had a match with Cedric Alexander or the Mad Dog, the big dude. So basically, you're saying Moose against one of those members.
Miss one of them.
1,000% agree with that. Yep, 1,000% agree with that.
I need Moose to get some payback. He might not win the war, but he can win a couple of battles.
I also would like to see a women's Knockouts Tag Team Championship match. Not women's, but Knockouts Tag Team Championship match added to this card. That would be my additions. If you wanted to add a men's tag team match, championship match, I wouldn't be upset. But I feel like the tag team championships on both sides need to get a little bit more. Well, you can't add a men's tag team championship match, because you already got them in a match. The thing is, you don't have a lot of championship matches. So if you added like a women's championship match, then you got the international match, and then you got the women's championship match, but you add a tag match, you at least have 3 championships or 3 sets of championships, quote unquote, getting defended. So I think you got to have a little more of a championship pedigree for No Surrender. So that would be, my reason why I said tag team championships. All right, good people. That being said, please put in the comments if there is anybody you think should have a match. Benny Boom says he's with Playmaker. He'll take the champs. Mile High Bandwagon says, let's go. And Barry Neal says, hey, fellas, that a great SmackDown or what? So just a little backstory. Barry actually was at SmackDown this past week. So we'll get to SmackDown and,
I'm surprised you ain't go.
Yeah, I've got other things percolating, sir. Other things percolating. But yeah, so SmackDown was in here in Charlotte. So interesting event. Got to see it. I didn't get to see it all live. But I kind of did a late start, skipped the commercial breaks and caught up. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a much better show that way. Just be honest. I digress. We're gonna go ahead and knock out a commercial break, good people. We're gonna be right back with you. And when we get back in the building, it's time to talk good old AEW. We had a couple of questionable things I'd say happened on the show. But let's go.
Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
And how passionate Ancient Reef was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
the WNBA,
AJ Wilson, Brianna Stewart 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
And ever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass,
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
as he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
All right, good people. We back, y'all. We back, y'all. We biggity back, y'all. Huh. Time for a little dynamite.
All Elite Wrestling.
Yep, AEW time. So dynamite, not bad this week, really. Pretty interesting. So we had the Death Riders versus the Don Callis family. Moxley, Pac, and Daniel Garcia with Claudio Castagnoli and Willie Yuta. All there. For the Don Callis family, I had to remember because there's about 80 factions in this joint. We had Konosuke Takeshita, El Clone, and Josh Alexander. And the three that fought Garcia, Mox, and Pac. And it's close, and now they're losing clean. That's what it is.
What's going on, Don?
Did get a hype video of Will Ospreay returning, but no communication when it's going to happen. Dynamite started before this match. I'm kind of jumping around here just to make it kind of flow from in my mind. You had some old school style promos from MJF, Brody King, Kenny Omega, Don Callis, the Babes of Wrath, and Mega Bad. Swerve after this match caught up with him in the back. He had an interview with Renee Paquette. He didn't say anything. He let Nana talk. Nana said the mogul is still focused on the world title. One loss, don't stop. Nothing. Which I'm honestly a fan of. I rock with it. Second match, Timeless Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy against Jordan Oasis and Brittany Brooks. We know who won this match. Cat Storm. Came out. Tony Storm came out in a denim romper to match Orange Cassidy's jeans. After the match, Orange Cassidy and Tony Storm both questioned if they could handle baldness, and Luther was there, and Luther was not happy with that sentiment. Hangman Adam Page had a match with Mark Davis. We've been trying to figure out because the whole focus has been Kenny Omega, Andrade El Idolo, and Swerve. So we're trying to figure out where Hangman was going to roll into this. So he ended up having a match with Mark Davis. Mark Davis was basically out for a bounty that was flow out. If I remember correctly, I believe that's what was said by MJF. What's interesting about it is I feel like this is a good physical match for Hangman. We know who's going to win from the beginning. Mark Davis is looking good as a tag team wrestler, but big physical. Going to push him, man, but he's not going to win. And after the match was over, Hangman grabbed the mic, said he wanted a collision with Kenny Omega next week, and then he said he wanted to stomp the children out of MJF's tiny little balls.
Not stomp the children.
Out of his tiny little balls. This clearly wasn't a planned match. But I think Jack Doyle is hurt, so Davis is going to probably be like an enforcer, kind of the role that Lance Storm played for a while. I mean, not Lance Storm, Lance. What's his name? Lance. You can't be Lance Storm about that boy. Lance Archer played for a while, but now he doesn't do anything. Yeah. He won clean. So he'll be in the match. To determine who's going to go to Grand Slam to fight MJF. And this match will be at Grand Slam Australia. And the winner gets the match at Revolution. We got a Kevin Knight vignette too, which is kind of weird because he was just wrestling like 2 weeks ago and he's 1/3 of the Trios champions, but a little weird. So Kenny Omega and Andrade El Idolo had a match. Most people expected Kenny Omega to win. Kenny Omega did not win. What happened is Swerve came out to try to stop Andrade from cheating, and Andrade ended up giving Kenny Omega what I like to call the undertaking, which is basically a swift kick to the gonads. And that pretty much, ended things, and Omega ended up losing the match. So it'll be Andrade El Idolo and Hangman Adam Page for the right to face MJF. Honestly, I'd like to see it be Andrade just because we've seen Hangman with the title. We've seen him get opportunities. So I'd like to see Andrade get the opportunity. But we'll see what route they like to take. All right, next we had the AEW Women's Champions. Make sure that they didn't call them anything special because TNA's the knockouts. The Bays of Wrath against Mega Bad, which is Megan Bayne and Super Bad Penelope Ford. I think we know who won this match. This was a championship eliminator match. Let me put that in there. So I think we know who won this match. Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford beat the Babes of Wrath to earn a championship at Grand Slam Australia. If this was for the championship, I think it would have went differently. But since this is what they call an eliminator match, and this is not the only eliminator match you'll have tonight, but this eliminator match, they had to win because there's nobody else really for them to fight that they haven't fought in the women's division so far. Chris Downer says she's going to give Thekla a rematch, but it's going to have a unique stipulation. We got to see Tommaso Ciampa, the killer Tommaso Ciampa, with the TNT Championship Open Challenge. He's going to let it continue. He went back to the silver TNT Championship, which I like better than some of the other ones they had, especially that black one. The black one was kind of nice, but I like the one that Tommaso's got better. It's more like the original one. He's going to face Claudio Castagnoli and Roderick Strong on Collision. You know what I always say about first defenses, so that's all that needs to be said. We had a national championship match. We had a Ricochet sighting. Of course, he had his boys with him. He fought. It's no longer Jungle Boy. Now it's just Jungle Jack Perry. So we just dropped the boy.
Jungle Jack Perry.
Jack Perry defeated Anthony Bowman. Yeah. So of course, Ricochet won. He cheated as always, but he won. The Gates of Agony and the Young Bucks were out. The way he cheated this time was he threw Jungle Jack into the national championship face first, and then rolled him up for a pin when the referee came back. And he does what he does. Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors attacked Darby Allin in the parking lot and kidnapped him.
What?
Yeah. Then they took him. They they made the production put up a video where basically they dragged Darby Allin to the sand in the desert and left him there. So Darby will be back with the tag team partner to take care of those jackanapes for sure.
Sting, stay home.
Grizzly Young Veterans, I don't know what you're doing. All right, Men's World Championship Eliminator. So I'm confused, AEW.
Ooh, you're confused? Okay.
I am confused. Yes. Why did you have Brody King squash MJF? Why, on the name of God's green earth, would you have someone dominate and desecrate your reigning champion? So, Hangman came when the bell rang. MJF got stuck in a position where he got the Brody King sleeper hold. Then he gave him a cannonball and a gonzo bomb and pinned him.
MJF got it dirty.
Then Andre El Idolo tried to attack Brody King from behind.
That was stupid.
That didn't work. Then Cowboy hit him with a buckshot lariat. And then MJF got the low blow. Then Brody King took out MJF with another gonzo ball to stand tall with the championship after everything was over. And it's crazy. It's definitely a tease that King had the championship. Whoever has the championship, whoever's the one that wins it. We already know what it is with that. So we ain't even going to really sweat that. We know what it is. Miss Williams is in the building. She says, I'm late, but hey, hola, mamacita. All right, Playmaker. It's your world, big dog.
Really?
Really? You got time? It's your world.
Well, Monday Night Raw was off to a fiery start. Braun Breaker just came out there and this two-up stuff. The rest of the division trying to calm him down. He wanted Adam Pearce. He blames Adam Pearce for this and that and all that other stuff. And Adam Pearce came out and said, you really done with this? You really want to keep going through this? And next thing you know, you asked the question of what they was going to do with a certain superstar. Well, that certain superstar is coming after the division. There'll be one L.A. Knight.
Not just what they're going to do LA Knight. I'm saying after that's done, what are they going to do with him? I know they're going to do that because that's who took him out. And you know you can't take a wrestler out and he not come back for you. Not in today's WWE. It can't happen.
I got no problem with it.
And as Yolanda so eloquently states here, Braun Breaker is hurt. She says apparently, but he's hurt. That's why we haven't seen him in the arena. That's why he's getting around the arena. And according to multiple sources, he was tapped to actually win the Royal Rumble before he got hurt. The reason he got taken out is because he can't have an actual match now till he heals. I think it was something with his back and he had to have surgery on it.
So they stay him right in the mouth. They just have him lose his darn mind.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's losing his darn mind, the Vision is getting caught by LA Knight in the process. Forgive me for this, sir, because I know how you feel about the guy, but Gunther. He is playing this role how it's supposed to be played. As soon as I heard AJ Styles, I said, oh my God, that is Gunther. And of course, you have some ducks in at the event thinking it's actually AJ. I said, oh, he coming out of AJ Styles music. And he did the whole thing. Power and all that. All right, he coming out of AJ Styles music. So I give a round of applause to Gunther. You can say how you want, but Gunther's playing this part perfectly.
He's playing a part.
Anything you want to add?
For Gunther, nope.
And then Dragon Lee came out there. Oh, people don't give Gunther enough credit for how he sells stuff. Okay, I think me and Coop both know in a real world, there's no way Dragon Lee is beat the brakes off Gunther the way that he did.
But look how it ended for Dragon Lee.
Oh no, I know how it ended. He got put to sleep.
That's realistic.
But to get to that point, that is very good work by Gunther. So I'm gonna give you the floor for this one and talk about the Gorilla debuting on Raw.
So officially, he hasn't been signed to a brand yet. But yeah, he came out and made a statement on Raw. He put both of the Royal Warriors through the ringer real quick. And I like that they changed up his entrance. They have him talking trash to the person now. So he's telling them like they're going to die when he's on the way to the ring. When before he just strutted. So they added a little twist to his entrance for the main roster. Obafemi should be a monster star. Obafemi should have been Akuma in the Street Fighter movie. And The Rock should have been Sagat. Y'all would be ashamed for leaving Sagat out. But, yeah. So far, and again, I like what they're doing with Obafemi. My beef is not what they do at the beginning. How you going to sustain Oba? But you're making him look good coming out.
That man literally destroyed the Warriors. And those ain't no small men either.
They small to the ruler.
Panther went against Bronson Reed. Panther got the one because LA Knight struck again. All right, so if there was a down moment of the week, this is the down moment of the week. The Bella Twins are coming for tag team gold.
How was that a down moment of the week, sir?
I don't want to see neither one of them.
They're not going to win.
You never know with Triple H.
Actually, I don't think they'll win because of Brie. So her husband is in AEW. They'll punish her for that.
Yeah, what was the point of bringing her back then?
Because you needed another nostalgia act to get beat. Who was going to be the tag team champs without them having to beat each other up. In my opinion. They could do something crazy and give them a short run with the championships at WrestleMania or something just to, make something happy. Or some specific people happy.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah. I definitely feel like I need to clarify that. Even as the words were coming out of my mouth, I was like, I gotta clarify that.
Because it was like, a certain amount of people. There's a certain group of people want to see that.
Yeah, a certain group. Absolutely.
Stephanie Bakel, La Primera, retains the Women's World Champion over Raquel Rodriguez in a Philadelphia street fight. And of course,
Truly not surprised.
And of course, how does Raquel lose? Because her two sisters interfered and didn't work out.
Pretty sure she asked them not to, by the way.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she did, if I remember correctly. I think the word specifically came out of her mouth.
Yeah, after she came out, after Dirty Dom returned and all that.
He only returned just to introduce Liv Morgan.
Still returned.
But the main event of the evening was a promo between Roman Reigns and the OTC and the World Champion CM Punk. Talk about getting people ready for the WrestleMania right after the Royal Rumble. Sir, go ahead and talk about this heated promo that took place to end off Monday Night Raw.
So I'll give you a prorated version here, right? I'm not with everything they said, but basically, Roman Reigns was out, talked for a minute. CM Punk pops out, says, "Good, you learned. Glad I was able to teach you, blah, blah, blah. I taught you. I'm the reason you're this and that, and you wouldn't be here without me." And, you got Paul Heyman. You had a run with him as world champion. Guess who did that first? And even though yours was longer, mine, just because longer doesn't mean it's better, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. Roman Reigns says, "You think that I learned from you? Ha, ha, ha. You wouldn't even be here without my family. You definitely wouldn't be here without me because they came to me and asked me, was it okay to bring you back?" And I said, yeah. Talked about how he tried to fool him and his family, but it didn't work. It was a lot that Roman said, but basically, he said he made his choice. I'm not picking you because you're the best option or the better match. They did do a really bad job of building up Drew McIntyre in this whole situation. Just want to say. And then they talked. They even mentioned the Z-Bros days, which Yolanda just talked about here.
Going back to Survivor Series when Roman Reigns shook his hand after the match after they won.
And then how he mocked Roman Reigns going back up the ramp. Roman Reigns feels. A lot of layers to it. They're doing a good job of building it up. And they have a mini feud built in for CM Punk with Finn Balor. If I was Finn, I'd wait till after WrestleMania and then strike whoever is the champ. But, I don't think Finn can wait. He's a hothead.
You think? It's Finn Balor we're talking about here.
Just a tad bit of a hothead. Not a lot, just a tad bit.
Hey, if you want to jumpstart or the road to WrestleMania, that's how you jumpstart it. Question is, can they maintain it though?
That is the question. $1 million question.
But it's definitely a fiery start.
That's definitely a fiery start. I agree with that.
Those on the road. Then everybody's question was like, how does SmackDown respond to this? Well, Drew McIntyre comes out. He's getting ready to. He didn't even get a chance to do his intro because Cody Rhodes decided to beat him up. 2 minutes into the show. Matter of fact, it might have been. It might be less than that. And then your boy decided to do his own promo. What you think of him?
Or Drew or Cody's?
Cody Rhodes.
Different side of Cody. The only problem is are we going to go back to cookie cutter babyface, nice guy Cody next week? So when I see Cody catch one of these fiery promos, I don't get excited. I got to wait at least a week just to see what they're going to do with him first before I can even feel like this is what it really is supposed to be.
So you need more.
I just need to see if he's going to go back to cookie cutter, kissing babies next week or not.
Well, how that promo sounded, he's on a mission.
Well, I mean, to be honest though, is this not the first? This is the first time that he's been quote unquote on a mission, and the next week he was back to cookie cutter, kissing babies. Cody, just
Fair
keep
point.
it up.
Fair point. But
Let's just see what they're gonna do.
But since Drew McIntyre had literally cost him the Royal Rumble, we might get something different.
Jacob Fatu cost him the World Heavyweight Championship. And what happened? We got 1 week of angry Cody and one fight of angry Cody, and then we went back to cookie cutter Cody until this week. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm all for an evolution of his character, but it can't be one and done. That's my beef.
Continue on, Drew McIntyre came out the second time. This time he actually made it to the ring to talk. And then Jacob Fatu struck.
You kind of could feel that coming, all right. Kind of could feel that coming. Could feel the fish that coming.
Could feel the fish.
All day.
No promo from Jacob Fatu, just straight violence.
Just straight whooping your ass. No names.
All gas, no brakes. So Drew McIntyre gets destroyed on Monday Night Raw between CM Punk and Roman Reigns. He's ready to respond. Cody Rhodes want to pound his place for what happened at the Rumble. Understandable. Jacob Fatu wants to pound his place because he still believes it was Drew McIntyre that took him out of action.
Yes, he does.
Well, what did Drew do to deserve all this? Well, mainly the part with the Roman Reigns and CM Punk, but the other two is actually understandable. Which is quite funny to me. But it is kind of funny that they're trying to make the Universal title the second rated title this year. Like, let's be for real. We all know the Universal Championship is the number one title in WWE, and it's not the world title.
Right.
If any one of y'all believes because what CM Punk and Roman Reigns did that the world title is now the top title, go hang out with Tony Khan.
They already are.
The Universal title will always be the top title in WWE.
Not to let Roman Reigns and Peanut Brittle Field tell it it's not, sir.
Well, they got to do it. They got to make sure people is invested in that match.
Agreed.
More than any other match.
PB Field and them, they tripping.
They doing their job. Well, if you fancy believe that, something's wrong with y'all. I love the fact that they did it because I understand it. But I know the Universal title is the number one title. And then y'all didn't put no title on somebody that's a... Y'all put on a title on somebody that can be dominant too. So it ain't like y'all just put it on somebody out of nowhere.
Good point.
Like Drew McIntyre, he can carry that title. We know this.
That's a good point. It's a very good point.
So I want to make sure y'all understand the difference here, okay? It's all right to love the storylines, but some storylines you shouldn't take too seriously. This is one of them.
Feel it.
And there are some fans out there that are making fun of Roman Reigns because, like, you're the one that destroyed that title to begin with. So now you're going for it?
That's what I was saying.
I just need Roman Reigns. I just need Roman Reigns to say, hey, look here. That title wouldn't even exist if it weren't for me because I was too busy beating up everybody else for the other title.
I mean, Roman Reigns told you in the promo what it really is. Remember? He said, basically, he was saying, I just want the premier title on Raw. Raw is the better show. So to be champion of Raw should mean more because Raw is the better show. In WWE logic. That's what we got going on.
Yeah, that's the logic of Triple H and them, but
Paul.
To me, I prefer SmackDown.
It's not about SmackDown. I prefer the better belt. If you really wanted to make Raw the premier show, have Roman Reigns beat Drew for that belt and bring that to Raw. And send Phil to SmackDown. That's what should happen if you really want to. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing it out there.
Oh, we don't have drafts no more.
Nope, people just move when they want to. Become a free agent whenever you want to.
So we don't know when will they ever switch titles again? Who knows? They can't make up their mind. They too much worrying about the color green than anything else. I'm not saying not to worry about the color green, but there's other colors to worry about.
Right.
Riho, the women's tag team champion known as Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, they defeated Julia and Kiana James. You know what? Kiana James is a very, very fit woman in all the good sense.
Cakes.
I actually want to see what she actually can do in the ring if they was to take her away from Julia. And you know how I feel about Julia. I love Julia. But I want to see what Kiana James is actually about. I can't do that when she's managing Julia. That's just me. Carmelo Hayes defeated The Miz to retain the United States Championship.
He did.
Poor Kid Wilson. Poor Kid Wilson.
Man.
Sometimes it's just best to shut up.
Could call him poor kitty cat.
Sometimes it's just best to shut up. Don't even open your mouth.
They broke him off a piece like he was a Kit Kat boy.
Because the ruler came to SmackDown and just squashed you. Tama Tonga defeated Shinsuke Nakamura.
When do Shinsuke win, yo?
I have no idea. And probably the craziest thing of the week, Jordan Grace and the women's champion Jay Cargill defeated Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Can you even explain this to me?
No, just
I saw it. I saw it. But
Explain to you why the number one contenders for the tag team championships on Raw is Alpha Academy. Those are things I can't explain to you. Yolanda asked a question. Did we know that Kiana James and Sol Ruka were half black?
So Ruka, yes, not Kiana James. But that probably explains why she is. It's probably explains the way she looked, that she looks though.
I figured both of them were. Yeah.
We had Jay Cargill accidentally kick Jordan Grace. And then right after that, we had Raquel Rodriguez accidentally kick Liv Morgan.
Foolishness.
And through all the chaos, Jordan Grace rolls up with Kevin Rodriguez for the win. What is going on here?
Yolanda would like for you to know, sir. So Ruka's dad is a Rasta, and Kiana's mom is black. I believe that both of those. And they are being celebrated for Black History Month because of their lineage and heritage in the community.
And with the win, we are officially getting the match, sir. SmackDown. Jade Cargill, Jordan Grace for the title. Well, Jordan Grace has been fun, but Jade Cargill is winning that match.
Should be. It'd be crazy if she don't.
Thunder Cakes for the win.
Over Juggernaut Cakes. Or Power Cakes. Yeah.
And speaking of cakes, Tiffany Stratton claimed her spot in the Elimination Chamber match, defeating Lash Legend and Chelsea Green in a triple threat match. And on the men's side, Randy Orton qualified for the Elimination Chamber, defeating Solo Sikoa and Aleister Black. Boy, Solo. I feel bad for Solo. Literally just standing there waiting for they hit the Samoan spike. Just waiting. He just gets RKO'd. Now that's an RKO out of nowhere.
That's a Randy Orton specialty.
He ain't even look back. He just hiding.
Yolanda said that's how she found out too. Was them being celebrated on the website for Black History Month.
So we have Randy Orton, Tiffany Stratton to call up in the Elimination Chamber match.
Yolanda says RKO, yes.
Just watching, I was like, he ain't even look. He just did it. Gotta love it. He just did it. Bam. Solo is entertaining, that's for sure. Solo has become entertaining.
Yolanda says she doesn't feel bad for Solo, but he is hilarious. It's a fact. I do want to say one thing, sir.
Go ahead.
We are in the season of WrestleMania. And there's going to be some feuds that are going to happen. You're going to wonder why. It's just because they want to get certain people on the card. I believe at WrestleMania we are going to see Dirty Dom versus Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship, and Finn Balor wins the championship, and Dirty Dom gets kicked out of the Judgment Day. Or Finn Balor gets kicked out.
I was going to say, like Finn Balor leaves Judgment Day to encapsulate the Intercontinental title. That's the way I would go.
So that I believe that could happen. There's several more things. I think the Usos might lose the tag team championships before WrestleMania, just because of whatever's going on with Jay and Naomi.
Jimmy and Naomi.
Yeah, Jimmy and Naomi. Excuse me. They twins. You know.
I know Naomi's pregnant. Is it going to good, or are we having problems?
It seems to be that there may be some complications.
That's not good.
Which is why he's been on TV. Seems to be. There hasn't been any reports of that, but just, about what you can see. But, I mean, complications aren't always mean anything really bad. It's just, I don't remember Naomi's exact age, but I know she is not one of the younger women on the roster.
She's not a spring chicken.
You can put it that way. So maybe perhaps it's just, precautions because of age and stuff like that. Perhaps. And we got to get. So what we really need, truthfully, is we need to have the vision all competing at WrestleMania that are healthy. We need a tag team match with division involved. We need some kind of multi-team or multi-person match for the Intercontinental Championship with one of the members of the division involved. And that member should be Big Bronson Reed because he has never had that belt. He's chased it for so long. It'd be great for him to actually get the win at WrestleMania. We need some championships in the division if we're going to take them seriously, especially since they're not established guys. Non-established guys with no championships. Come on, man. What is we really doing? And you ain't got to keep them. You just got to win them. You feel me? You can win them for like 3-6 months and then drop them. But there's nobody that has credibility. So you got to rectify that. Good people.
That's a good point because the only person that has credibility, he never wrestled.
Right. Just my interpretation of the situation. Tank. Stop. That's my closing thoughts, sir.
Hey, you can take us home.
All right. Yolanda says Finn leaves. Some good people. You get a few extra minutes to go grab some popcorn, go to the bathroom, do whatever you got to do before Raw. Another great week in wrestling. I say this every week. It's never where you start, good people. It is always where you finish.
I had a feeling my sister would be able to explain it to me. I had a feeling.
And she said she was considered high risk automatically because of age. Yeah, I agree. And next week we will be back with some different, more wrestling content. All right, for the Playmaker, it's your boy Cool McCain. We out. And my screen froze, but we are out. So serious.